Hey you, what up? Welcome to my channel, welcome back. I'm Maryam. Today I'm testing out a new product, a new tinted moisturizer actually from Rare Beauty. Ta-da! Very excited about this one. Very curious to see how it wears on my oily AF skin. So expect a full, thorough review as always, honest to the core, Team Truth style, and of course a wear test. So be sure to watch this video in its entirety for that final verdict, for those final close-ups. Remember to subscribe. Hit the notification bell, you know the drill, and let's hit it. Rare Beauty, Positive Light, Tinted Moisturizer, Broad Spectrum, SPF 20 Sunscreen review. Here we go. All right, so here we have the PR package. Yes, I am on the PR list for Rare Beauty, so I do receive their products. Looks like they sent me one shade of the new tinted moisturizer, which is totally fine, but I guess for the sake of PR, it might be best to perhaps send at least 2 or 3 shades, but maybe they are very confident that this is in fact my shade. Looks like it says 26W, and as far as I know, 26W is also Selena Gomez's shade, so hopefully it will match me as well. I do have a number of details that I want to mention to you before I actually test this out and apply it. So firstly, this is a $29 product. It comes in 24 shades. It's 1 fluid ounce. Now this is supposed to be a light to medium coverage. It's supposed to blur the skin and also hydrate the skin. Another thing that this offers is a broad spectrum SPF 20 sunscreen. So now when I looked at the active ingredients for the sunscreen, they are the typical things that you're used to seeing: titanium dioxide 1.8%, zinc oxide at 0.9%, and also something called homosalate at 9%. So now homosalate is something that I don't typically see a lot in makeup products, so I had to look it up, and I did. And this is what I came up with. So basically, homosalate is a product that is often used in sunscreens. However, it's a controversial product. It is approved worldwide to be used up to 10%, but this does contain 9, so it's almost at 10%. However, this is a product that is restricted in Japan. In Canada, it is classified as toxic. Yeah, toxic. Also, this is not a photo-stable ingredient, which means that it actually loses 10% of its SPF within the first 45 minutes. And the worst thing that I found on Google is that this toxic ingredient is a hormone disruptor with some estrogenic activity. So now that sounds really, really scary to me, especially when there's like such a high concentration of this ingredient in this product. But again, these are studies that haven't actually been conducted on real humans, so don't panic. However, if you're one of those better safe than sorry types, then you've been warned. I've been warned. This ingredient is probably not something that you want to be using long term. Oh, another thing that I must mention, that this ingredient is oil soluble. So this means that this product needs to be washed off with an oil-based makeup remover. So remember to double cleanse. All right, so now that I've said my piece about that, I guess let's test out this shade 26W. This is supposed to be a medium with warm olive undertones type of shade. So hopefully it will match me. I am going to, I guess, first shake it up. I'm not sure if this needs shaking, but I'm gonna shake it. I do like the packaging. Squeezy, sturdy tube. Kind of reminds me of MAC Face and Body. All right, I'm gonna squeeze out a little bit. Test out the shade. Looks like it's offers some coverage, and the shade matches pretty spot on. I guess they knew what they were doing when they sent me this one shade. Definitely a decent match. Thumbnail face is a safe though. And do I want a homosalate sunscreen in my makeup? I don't know. Definitely comment down below and let me know your thoughts. But personally, since this is not an ingredient that I see a lot of, I am just a little bit concerned. Just a little bit concerned. All right, so now I am going to test out this tinted moisturizer. I'm gonna apply all of my stuff as I usually do. That is how I like to test foundations, concealers, and tinted moisturizers. I like to test them with products that I already know and love. Picking up my Essence, my Skin Perfector Tinted Primer, shade 20. Gonna apply that generously to my pores. I'm gonna blend it out with this Charlotte T Hollywood Complexion brush. This is a foundation brush, but I like it for primer because it's really tiny. Too tiny for me to apply foundation. Applying whatever's remaining on the brush onto my forehead. Cute. Oh, did I mention this is made in Italy? Why is that important? I don't know. Generally speaking, in my experience, I find that made in Italy cosmetic products are generally really good. They have really, really great labs out there, or so I hear. Pat McGrath and Natasha Denona make their products in Italy as well, using those fancy labs. So just saying, it's not all about the ingredients. All right, so then to blend this out, I don't know, should I go for the Rare Beauty foundation brush? I'm not really like a huge fan of this very, very stiff brush for foundation application. So I think I'm just gonna use my IT Cosmetics Complexion Perfection. This one I prefer for blending out creams, like bronzers. But let's see how this applies. Why am I nervous? So weird. Okay. All right, that looks pretty good. Definitely seems to be blurring. A light to medium coverage, I would say, is right. I do have this really, really huge pimple that's brewing right on my jaw, almost like underneath my jaw. I don't know if you can see it, but it looked like it was able to just disguise it a bit, so that's nice. All right, let's see what happens to the forehead. Looks like there's some radiance with this product, so just a little bit of like a radiant shine coming through, not metallic, not shimmery or anything, just light. Okay, so this is one very light layer for a very light coverage. Looks pretty good. I don't know, in the monitor it looks like it's a pinch light for like my neck, but I can certainly make it work. The undertone is definitely right. Okay, I'm gonna add a pinch more, just like a drop, tiny drop. Gonna try to build it up, see if it is able to offer a bit more coverage. But I gotta say, this is blending out beautifully. Funky ingredient and all. I really am feeling this finish. It almost has the effect of cleaning the skin, you know? So like before I had a lot of like redness and irritation and, you know, acne spots and scars. And now that I've applied a little bit of the product, my face looks like it's cleaner. At least it does in my monitor, and looking at myself in my two mirrors here, it's just looking like I washed my face. Because obviously I can still see my freckles, I can still see some spots, but it just looks a little bit more perfected. All right, so this is two very light layers. Looks pretty good. What I'm gonna do now is conceal. Hold that thought, I'm gonna show you a close-up. You need to see how this looks up close. Not bad, huh? Not bad at all. All right, now let's conceal. So I'm gonna use my LANCOME Teint Idole Ultra Wear All Over Concealer. I'm just gonna go quick, use it for everything, for the under eye, for the spots, for brightening. All right, I'm gonna let that chill. I'm gonna grab my Rare Beauty Liquid Touch Concealer brush. This one that I love, that I've recommended in my Sephora VIB recommendations video. Yeah, did you get it? You should, it's only 16 bucks. And Pat McGrath offers the same brush for 32 bucks. I'm gonna link it below again, just in case. Gonna blend out the parts that I like to brighten first. So these are not the spots that I'm concealing. And then I'm gonna go for the spots that I am concealing and just gently tap around them to blend them in. I don't know, I feel like this Lancome concealer is a little bit too pigmented for the under eye. Like I really like it for spots, but it's almost a little too much for the under eye. Right now, looking at myself, I can tell that I'm wearing a much brighter concealer and it looks makeup-y, and I don't like it with this very skin-like product. But it's great for spots, like perfect for spots. I'm gonna use my Charlotte T Shade 1 Skin Perfecting Micro Powder just to set the under eye. I do this from time to time, not all the time, but I do kind of like wanna make the under eye blend with the rest of my face. So that's why I'm doing that right now. That's good. A little bit of the brighter powder between my brows, into the forehead, chin. And then I'm gonna set the rest of the face with shade 2 of the same product. Oh wait, I almost forgot. I actually do wanna apply some blush, and today's blush is going to be from Rare Beauty as well. This is shade Hope, one of my favorite shades. Just gonna add a smidge to like the widest part of my face right here. And then I'm gonna take my Rare Beauty blush brush. Someone recently told me that this brush is discontinued because apparently the bristles are a little too stiff. I don't find that to be the case whatsoever. I think this is a genius brush that needs to be brought back if it's discontinued. Maybe perhaps make the bristles a little bit softer for everyone, but I'm a fan. It blends out the product so well. There we go. So then I'm just gonna go back to my same powder and gently go over that blush just to set it and just to blend it and just to forget it, you know? I'm gonna go for this Physicians Formula Bread and Butter Bronzer. I don't like this one very much, but it's here and it's handy, so I'm just gonna use it. I'm gonna use this big, giant, amazing fan brush from IT Cosmetics. This is the Heavenly Luxe Mega Fan number 9 brush. Huge. And this is great for huge faces like mine. Great for adding just like a quick sweep of bronzer across the forehead. Just hug that cheek, hug that bone, hug that jaw, and boom, you're done. I'm gonna grab this Iconic London Duo. Rose Glow Duo is what it's called. Add just a little bit of that highlighter on top of my cheekbone, nose, chin, a little bit on the forehead. That is essentially the face base. Let me show you a close-up one more time, and let's see how we feel about it. Close-up time. Not bad, huh? All right, so let me go ahead and judge. Looking at my face right now, the finish looks pretty skin-like, not super dewy, at least not as dewy as I was expecting. I thought this was gonna have a very creamy type of finish, but in fact, the finish is very natural, almost bordering matte. I like that. I think it looks like real skin. It's not texture enhancing whatsoever. In fact, I do think it offers some blurring powers. So overall, I really like the way that my skin looks right now. So the only thing left to do is really to put it to a test, to a wear test, to see how it wears throughout the day and whether it will actually withstand my oils, because I am oily AF. So without further ado, let's cue in that time warping music for that wear test. Okay guys, back in the filming room. It has been a really long wear test for me today, wearing this Rare Beauty Positive Light Tinted Moisturizer Broad Spectrum SPF 20 for 9 hours. As you can tell, I have a lot more makeup on my face right now. That's because I had to do some campaign work, and so I had to add some products on top of this tinted moisturizer. I added more powder, I added more bronzer, and I gotta say, I blotted at least 3 times throughout the day. So let me just zoom in and let me show you what my face looks like at this point. The forehead is pretty reflective. It's pretty glassy. Let's do the swipe test. Oh yeah, here we go. It is a greasy situation, a frying pan of a situation on my forehead. Pretty much the same thing with my cheeks, just looking a pinch on the greasy side. Yes, I'm wearing more makeup. Yes, I am oily, we get it. But to be honest, this is a little bit more than what I was expecting for such light coverage and a product that contains SPF. Generally speaking, when I wear tinted moisturizers or CC creams that contain SPF, they for some reason tend to have a lot more staying power. This is not the same. I'm honestly a little bit perplexed. My experience with this wasn't what I was expecting. I really did presume that this was gonna last all day, but even with the blotting, I still feel like, what's up? The grease ain't going nowhere. All right, so bottom line is, I'm on the fence. I like this product upon its initial application. I thought it looked good. I thought the coverage was exactly what it said it was supposed to be. Light to medium type of coverage, buildable. However, I'm just not completely into the fact that this has 9% homosalate. And after reading about this ingredient and after finding out that it's banned in Canada, that it's very much restricted in Japan, I don't know if I want to risk it. Perhaps I'm one of those better safe than sorry type of people, but I'd rather not use a product with an ingredient that could potentially be hazardous or dangerous. So that's kind of my bottom line here. I really enjoy Rare Beauty products. So far, I haven't had any complaints. Yes, some of their products may not have been my cup of tea for some reason or another, but I always sort of saw other people that could potentially use it. Overall, I still really love this brand. I love a lot of their products. I think their brushes are honestly top notch, some of my favorites. This one, unfortunately, just did not hit the mark for me personally. I wish it did, but it didn't. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. Thank you guys so much for watching and for subscribing. I am very tired. You can probably tell by my voice, so I'm gonna go say farewell. I'm going to direct you to my videos over here. Check them out because I put them there for a reason. And I will see you in the next one. Mwah! Peace out, and I'm out.